Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Choose them wisely, for they shape the world within and around you. In the tapestry of existence, our thoughts hold the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. Each thought, like a brushstroke on a canvas, leaves an indelible mark on the world we experience. The Stoics understood the profound influence of our thoughts on our reality, and their wisdom serves as a timeless reminder that our mental landscape shapes the quality of our existence. Welcome to today's video, where we embark on a journey into the profound wisdom of the Stoics. Their teachings resonate through the ages, offering us a guiding light in the sometimes tumultuous sea of life. As we delve into these 12 powerful lessons, let us keep in mind the importance of discretion and silence. Imagine your mind as a sacred garden, where the seeds of wisdom and virtue are sown. These 12 lessons, drawn from the Stoic philosophy, are like precious seeds that, when nurtured in the quiet corners of your heart, can bloom into the most beautiful flowers. They remind us that some treasures are best kept hidden, where they can grow and flourish, untouched by external forces. The Stoics, renowned for their wisdom and resilience, understood the value of introspection, the sanctity of solitude, and the power of guarding one's deepest aspirations. Their lessons, often more potent when embraced in silence, teach us to navigate life with grace, humility, and quiet strength. So join us on this journey as we explore the Stoic wisdom that calls us to protect our inner growth, to conquer our fears with serenity, and to seek fulfillment through the wisdom that lies in the depths of our own hearts. In these lessons, we uncover not only timeless guidance, but also the powerful notion that some of life's most profound transformations occur in the hushed moments of self-discovery and in the unspoken echoes of our inner growth. May these lessons be your silent companions on this voyage, guiding you through the waves of life's challenges, and may they remind you that the greatest transformations often occur in the sanctuary of your own heart. Silence on achievements, embracing the inner journey. The Stoic philosophy offers a profound insight into the nature of genuine fulfillment, one that sharply contrasts with the prevailing trends of our modern world. In a time when social media feeds are inundated with boasts of external triumphs and accomplishments, the Stoics beckon us to pause and reflect. They implore us to consider the deeper reservoirs of contentment that can be tapped into through the pursuit of introspection and unwavering dedication to personal growth. For the Stoics, the true measure of success was not the number of accolades one received or the extent to which their achievements were displayed to the world. Instead, they cherished the inner journey, the relentless self-improvement, and the nurturing of one's character. In a society where the pursuit of external recognition often overshadows the quest for inner peace, the Stoics cautioned against the pitfalls of seeking fleeting validation. The Stoics understood that external validation is fickle, dependent on the whims and judgments of others, and often evanescent. It can be intoxicating and momentarily satisfying, but ultimately leaves us craving for more. In contrast, the path of introspection and personal growth leads to an enduring sense of fulfillment. It is a journey where the destination is not a material trophy, but a deeper understanding of oneself, a richer connection to one's values, and a profound sense of purpose. By silencing the urge to proclaim our achievements loudly, we create an intimate space for personal reflection. This self-imposed silence encourages us to look within, to examine our motivations, and to refine our actions. It fosters a mindset that is intrinsically motivated, a perspective that seeks success not for the external accolades but for the intrinsic satisfaction of becoming a better version of ourselves. In a world where the allure of public recognition can be overwhelming, the Stoic principle of silence on achievements is a call to anchor ourselves in the authenticity of our journey. It's a reminder that the pursuit of wisdom and personal growth is a deeply fulfilling endeavor, one that doesn't require the applause of the world. The Stoics invite us to embrace this inner journey, where the quiet evolution of character and the unwavering commitment to self-improvement are the true measures of success and fulfillment. Unspoken struggles. forging character in the crucible of challenge. In a world that often celebrates only the grand victories and monumental achievements, the Stoics introduce us to a profound insight: the immeasurable value of unspoken struggles. They understood that true greatness isn't solely defined by the external triumphs that the world can witness, but also by the battles fought within the chambers of our own hearts and minds. The Stoics recognize that it is in the crucible of these internal struggles, often hidden from the prying eyes of the world, that our character is forged and the essence of our true nature is revealed. These unspoken struggles are like the shaping forces that mold a raw piece of metal into a masterpiece, a process that requires heat, pressure, and time. In the realm of these silent battles, we encounter our deepest fears, confront our limitations, and grapple with the complexities of our emotions. It is here that we are pushed to our limits, tested by adversity, and forced to make difficult choices. It is in these quiet moments of inner turmoil that we find the opportunity to transcend our past selves and evolve into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of who we once were. These internal struggles, whether they involve overcoming self-doubt, battling inner demons, or persevering through life's most challenging moments, hold within them the seeds of personal growth and self-discovery. They serve as the mirror through which we gain a deeper understanding of our values, our strengths, and our weaknesses. They are the silent tutors that guide us toward the path of self-mastery and genuine greatness. The Stoics remind us that it's in the unspoken struggles that we find the courage to face our vulnerabilities and confront our imperfections. In this inward journey, we uncover the wellspring of resilience and the well of wisdom that propels us forward. It's a journey marked not by external fanfare, but by the quiet transformation of the soul. In a world that often prizes the final destination, the Stoic wisdom encourages us to cherish the path itself, the one where unspoken struggles are our faithful companions. By doing so, we come to understand that genuine greatness is not merely about the trophies we accumulate, but about the strength of character we build along the way. It's about the unspoken struggles that have sculpted us into the people we become and the values we hold dear. Quiet good deeds, the elegance of unheralded kindness. The Stoic philosophy extols a virtue that seems increasingly rare in our age of social media self-promotion: the art of performing quiet good deeds. According to the Stoics, the true essence of generosity lies not in grand gestures made for public acclaim, but in the sincere and unassuming acts of kindness that flow from a pure desire to make the world a better place, without the expectation of accolades in return. In a world often driven by the pursuit of recognition, the Stoics offer a counterintuitive yet deeply resonant message: that the most profound acts of kindness are those performed in quiet, with no fanfare or spotlight. They understood that the essence of genuine charity is found in the subtle, unobtrusive moments when we extend a helping hand or offer a kind word to someone in need, not for the applause it garners, but for the simple joy of making a positive difference in another person's life. The Stoics encourage us to shift our focus from the external validation that accompanies public displays of charity to the intrinsic reward of knowing we've made a positive impact. They argue that genuine generosity is not about garnering recognition, but about fostering a culture of empathy and kindness that transcends personal gain. It is in these small, uncelebrated acts of benevolence where we find the true heart of compassion. In offering help without expecting anything in return, we manifest a profound humility, acknowledging that the act of giving is reward enough. This silent form of charity carries an elegance and purity that transcends the material and enters the realm of the spiritual. The Stoic philosophy underscores the idea that our actions should be governed by the genuine desire to alleviate suffering, bring comfort, or provide assistance, rather than by the desire to be celebrated or applauded. They remind us that true virtue lies not in making a spectacle of our benevolence, but in practicing it with a quiet grace that reflects the very core of our humanity. By embracing the Stoic wisdom of quiet good deeds, we can unlock the transformative power of selfless acts and contribute to a world where kindness is valued for its own sake, where the quiet ripples of benevolence create a sea of positive change, and where the act of giving is a reward in itself. In doing so, we not only enrich the lives of others, but also find a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment in the simplicity of making the world a better place. Holding resentment in silence, liberating the spirit from the chains of anger. In the tapestry of human emotions, resentment is a dark thread that can weigh down the soul. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that harboring resentment is akin to bearing an invisible anchor, a burden that hinders our ability to navigate life's journey with the freedom and serenity that we so ardently seek. To the Stoics, anger and resentment are destructive forces, and they advocate for a profound alternative: forgiveness and understanding. Resentment, with its roots in anger and a sense of perceived injustice, is a potent emotion that can gnaw at the core of our well-being. When we hold on to grudges, when we nurse anger silently, it festers within us, undermining our peace of mind and poisoning our interactions with others. The Stoics recognize that this emotional baggage can act as an invisible chain, preventing us from moving forward and experiencing the true liberation of the spirit. To the Stoics, forgiveness isn't merely an act of pardoning others for their transgressions. It's a gift to ourselves. It's a conscious choice to release the hold that resentment has on our hearts. By doing so, we unburden ourselves from the weight of negative emotions and free up space for positive and constructive ones. In forgiving, we open ourselves to a sense of inner peace, which is the gateway to serenity and a life unencumbered by grudges. Moreover, the Stoics understood that resentment is often born from misunderstandings and differing perspectives. It is, in essence, a misunderstanding of another person's actions or intentions. By advocating for understanding, the Stoics encourage us to take a step back, to put ourselves in the shoes of others, and to consider that they, too, are navigating the complexities of life. This shift in perspective often reveals that the source of our resentment might be less malicious than we initially perceived. In a world where conflicts and grievances are often held close to the heart, the Stoic wisdom calls us to embark on a different path. It is a path that acknowledges the human capacity for both understanding and forgiveness, and it urges us to choose the higher ground. By letting go of resentment and embracing forgiveness, we not only lighten our own burdens but also contribute to a world where understanding and compassion take precedence over anger and grudges. The Stoics remind us that the true essence of freedom and serenity lies in the ability to let go of resentment, to rise above the chains of anger, and to journey forward with a heart unburdened. In doing so, we embrace a more tranquil and harmonious existence that benefits not only ourselves, but the entire tapestry of human connections. Guarding deepest dreams, nurturing the seeds of aspiration. In the realm of personal dreams and aspirations, the Stoics offer invaluable guidance, the wisdom of guarding one's most intimate desires as if they were precious seeds, to be shielded from the cold winds of skepticism and the harsh heat of ridicule. The Stoics recognized that our deepest dreams are delicate and vulnerable, akin to seeds that require protection and nurturing. Our dreams, like tender shoots, possess the potential for growth and blossoming into something magnificent. Yet, in a world where cynicism and skepticism often abound, sharing these dreams prematurely can expose them to external forces that may hinder their development. The Stoics understood the value of protecting these dreams, allowing them to take root and grow before facing the elements of doubt and criticism. Skepticism and ridicule can be formidable adversaries to our aspirations. Exposing our most cherished dreams too soon can invite discouragement or even mockery, which can weaken our resolve and deter us from pursuing our passions. By keeping our deepest dreams guarded, we create a sanctuary where they can flourish, free from the burdens of external judgment. Furthermore, the Stoics' advice to protect our dreams encourages a deeper level of commitment to their realization. When we safeguard our aspirations, we are more likely to invest the time, effort, and patience required for their fulfillment. Like diligent gardeners, we water and nourish these precious seeds, nurturing them until they grow strong and resilient. The Stoic philosophy recognizes that it is in the silent cultivation of our dreams that they find the strength to withstand adversity and to grow into their fullest potential. It is within the sheltered cocoon of our protective care that these dreams can mature, evolve, and ultimately flourish. In a world that often demands the instant sharing of aspirations, the Stoics remind us that there is a time for secrecy and patience. Protecting our dreams is not a sign of weakness, but an act of wisdom. It is a recognition that, like seeds, our dreams need time to develop and establish themselves. When the moment is right, and our dreams have taken root, they can then emerge into the light, fortified and ready to face the world with the strength and resilience they've gained through the protection of our nurturing care. The Stoics offer us a timeless lesson that by guarding our deepest dreams, we create the optimal conditions for their growth and ultimate realization. In doing so, we acknowledge the importance of patience and resilience as we journey towards the fulfillment of our most cherished aspirations. Secrecy in next steps, shielding the fragile blossoms of our future. In a world that often encourages the relentless sharing of our plans and aspirations, the Stoic philosophy presents a compelling perspective: the wisdom of secrecy in our next steps. The Stoics believe that unveiling every aspect of one's life, including strategic plans and future aspirations, exposes individuals to the unpredictable winds of external judgment, criticism, and envy. In a society driven by the constant pursuit of external validation, it has become customary to broadcast our goals and dreams for all to see. However, the Stoics remind us that not every detail of our journey needs to be laid bare. They understood that while it's essential to share our achievements and successes, revealing our plans and strategies prematurely can expose us to the unpredictable storms of external influence. Unveiling our next steps to the world can make us vulnerable to judgment and criticism. It can invite unsolicited advice, skepticism, or even envy from those who may not fully understand our vision or who may not share our determination. These external influences have the potential to sway us from our intended path, diluting our focus and causing us to question our own aspirations. Moreover, the Stoics recognized the power of silence in cultivating a strong and resilient mindset. By keeping our next steps close to our hearts, we create a sanctuary where our dreams can take root and grow free from the distractions and doubts that external influences can bring. Secrecy in next steps doesn't imply a lack of transparency or dishonesty. It reflects a desire to protect and nurture the fragile blossoms of our future, allowing them to grow strong and resilient before they face the world. It's about crafting a path guided by your own intuition and principles, rather than being swayed by the opinions and expectations of others. The Stoics encourage us to embrace the quiet strength that comes from keeping our next steps to ourselves. By doing so, we preserve the purity of our vision, fortify our determination, and allow our aspirations to grow naturally. It's a practice that honors the essence of personal growth and self-discovery, unfettered by the unpredictable winds of external judgment. In a world where public displays of ambition and strategy have become the norm, the Stoics provide a timeless lesson in the importance of shielding our next steps until they have matured and grown strong. It's a path that ensures that our dreams remain steadfast, guided by our own inner compass, and prepared to face the world with the strength they have gained through the silence of our nurturing care. Unspoken doubts and uncertainties, the Stoic virtue of quiet confidence. In a world that often celebrates outward displays of unshakable confidence, the Stoic philosophy offers a different perspective, the wisdom of unspoken doubts and uncertainties. The Stoics regarded confidence as an inner beacon, not a flag to be waved in front of the world. They encouraged silence and introspection as a means to maintain a solid footing and modesty in the face of life's uncertainties. Confidence, in the Stoic view, is a quality that emanates from within, like a steady and unwavering light that guides one through the labyrinth of life's challenges. True confidence isn't about boasting or loudly proclaiming one's capabilities. It's about having a deep and quiet faith in one's abilities, even in the face of doubt and uncertainty. The Stoics recognize that life is inherently uncertain and that the human condition is marked by moments of doubt and hesitation. To them, acknowledging these doubts and uncertainties is a sign of humility, wisdom, and self-awareness. It's an acknowledgement that no one is immune to the twists and turns of fate and the vagaries of life. Rather than masking doubts with a veneer of false certainty, the Stoics urged individuals to embrace their inner uncertainties. By doing so, we engage in a form of introspection that allows us to address our doubts honestly, without the pressure of public expectation. This introspection helps us maintain a solid footing, both internally and externally, and provides us with the humility to navigate life's complexities with grace and authenticity. Silence in this context is a powerful tool. It allows us to resist the temptation to overcompensate for our doubts by projecting an image of unwavering confidence. Instead, we use silence to deepen our understanding of ourselves and to nurture the inner beacon of confidence that guides us through the storms of uncertainty. The Stoics' emphasis on unspoken doubts and uncertainties is a reminder that humility is a virtue and that true confidence arises not from pretending to be invulnerable, but from an honest acknowledgement of our human limitations. It's a pathway to a quieter, more resilient form of self-assuredness that remains unwavering in the face of life's challenges. Refrain from criticizing others, nurturing serenity and self-improvement. The Stoic philosophy imparts a profound lesson on the value of refraining from criticizing others. According to the Stoics, criticizing and passing judgment on others is akin to disturbing the serenity of a calm lake by throwing stones into it. They saw criticism as a diversion, one that distracts us from looking inward and fostering our own personal growth. In a world where criticism is often prevalent, the Stoics remind us that we possess the choice to refrain from such habits. They understood that the act of criticizing others can be an insidious form of distraction, one that keeps us preoccupied with the perceived flaws and actions of those around us, rather than focusing on our own character and self-improvement. The metaphor of disturbing the calm lake is a powerful image that encapsulates the Stoic perspective. Just as throwing stones into a tranquil body of water creates ripples that disrupt the stillness, criticism can disturb the inner peace and serenity we seek to cultivate within ourselves. It can agitate our emotions, create tension in our relationships, and divert our attention from our own development. The Stoics believed that the pursuit of self-improvement and the development of one's character should be paramount. Criticizing others, they argued, distracts us from this noble endeavor. Instead of external judgment, the Stoic path encourages introspection and the nurturing of our own virtues and values. Furthermore, the Stoics recognize that criticism often stems from a place of ignorance or misunderstanding. When we criticize, we may not have the full picture of someone's motivations or experiences. By choosing to refrain from judgment, we practice empathy and humility, acknowledging that we are all imperfect and on our own journeys of growth. In a society that often encourages criticism and judgment, the Stoic wisdom invites us to embrace a different path, one that prioritizes self-awareness, serenity, and personal growth. By refraining from criticizing others, we not only cultivate inner peace and harmony, but also create an environment where understanding, empathy, and personal development can flourish. It is a practice that ultimately leads to a more compassionate and enriching way of life. Secret solitude, the liberating power of inner retreat. In a world that often celebrates the hustle and bustle of constant connection, the Stoic philosophy extols the virtues of secret solitude. The Stoics recognized that there is strength to be found in the quiet, a sanctuary where the mind can explore freely, unburdened by the weight of external opinions. Solitude, in the Stoic view, is not a void to be filled, but a precious sanctuary where the soul can rediscover its essence. It is in these moments of secret solitude that we escape the cacophony of external influences, allowing our inner voice to resonate with clarity. It is a retreat from the demands of the world, a sanctuary where the mind can roam freely, unfettered by the chains of external opinions and expectations. In the solitude of our own company, we discover the power of introspection, a tool that the Stoics highly valued. It is in these quiet moments that we can truly know ourselves, understand our values, and explore the depths of our thoughts and emotions. Solitude allows us to engage in self-discovery, to reconnect with our inner wisdom, and to cultivate a profound sense of self-awareness. The Stoics recognized that external opinions and the need for validation from others can often be stifling. They can hinder our ability to think freely and make choices that align with our own values and principles. By retreating into secret solitude, we liberate ourselves from these constraints, giving ourselves the freedom to explore our inner world without external interference. This sanctuary of solitude also provides a refuge from the noise and distractions of the world. In these moments, we can reconnect with nature, art, and the simple pleasures of life, finding solace and rejuvenation in the silence of our own company. In a world that often emphasizes constant connection and external validation, the Stoic wisdom of secret solitude offers a compelling alternative. It is a call to embrace the strength that can be found in the quiet, a recognition of the liberating power of self-discovery and inner exploration. In the sanctuary of solitude, we reconnect with our true selves, discover our values, and cultivate a deep well of wisdom and self-awareness. It is in these moments of secret solitude that we find the strength to navigate life's complexities with grace and authenticity. Unspoken lessons from mistakes, the Stoic path to self-reflection and growth. Mistakes, in the eyes of the Stoics, are not marks of failure, but universal stepping stones on the path of personal growth. The Stoics believed in the dignity of silence and the power of introspection when it came to the lessons learned from our errors. Instead of broadcasting our missteps to the world, the Stoics encouraged us to reflect quietly and seek the wisdom that arises from our own self-awareness. In a world that often associates mistakes with shame and inadequacy, the Stoic perspective stands as a beacon of understanding and wisdom. They recognized that making mistakes is an integral part of being human, an inherent facet of our journey toward self-improvement and enlightenment. Mistakes in the Stoic view are not to be avoided but embraced, not as a reflection of our worth but as opportunities for learning and growth. The Stoics understood that introspection and silent self-reflection are the cornerstones of personal development. When we face our mistakes with humility and introspection, we open the door to self-awareness, which is the key to understanding our motivations, values, and the root causes of our errors. In this quiet contemplation, we unearth valuable lessons that empower us to make better choices in the future. The dignity of silence in the face of mistakes is a reminder that we need not rush to share our shortcomings with the world. Instead, we can turn inward, allowing the lessons learned from our errors to become part of our inner tapestry of wisdom. By doing so, we cultivate a more profound understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Furthermore, the Stoics recognized that our inner growth is not a public spectacle, but a deeply personal journey. It is a process of self-discovery that thrives in the silent chambers of our hearts and minds. When we embrace the unspoken lessons from our mistakes, we acknowledge the transformative power of silence and self-awareness, trusting in our ability to evolve and become better versions of ourselves. In a world where perfectionism and the fear of mistakes often paralyze us, the Stoic philosophy offers a reassuring perspective. It reminds us that our errors are not flaws, but opportunities for growth, and that introspection and the dignity of silence are powerful tools on our path to self-improvement. By embracing the unspoken lessons from our mistakes, we embark on a journey of understanding, wisdom, and personal transformation. Protecting deepest plans. The Stoic sanctuary of discretion. In a world that often values transparency and constant sharing, the Stoics held discretion as a source of strength rather than a weakness. They viewed their plans and goals as delicate seeds, precious aspirations that required protection from the harsh winds of external judgment and criticism. Discretion, according to the Stoics, is not a manifestation of secrecy or deceit, but a practice of wisdom. It involves a conscious choice to shield one's most intimate dreams and strategic plans from the world until they have taken root and grown strong. It is a recognition that the early stages of any endeavor are often fragile and vulnerable, much like the tender shoots of a plant. Just as a gardener nurtures delicate seeds in the shelter of a greenhouse until they are robust enough to face the elements, the Stoics protected their deepest plans and goals from external influences until they were ready for public scrutiny. This sanctuary of discretion allowed these aspirations to flourish without the distractions and doubts that external opinions can bring. The Stoics understood that the premature exposure of our plans to the world can invite skepticism and criticism, which can be disheartening and detrimental to our motivation. By keeping our goals discreet, we preserve the purity of our vision, allowing it to take root and grow with conviction. This practice encourages a deep level of commitment and dedication to the realization of our dreams. Moreover, the Stoics recognized that discretion is a way to protect the sanctity of our aspirations. It prevents them from being diluted or swayed by the opinions and expectations of others. It allows us to craft a path guided by our own intuition and principles, rather than being influenced by external pressures. In a society where the need for external validation and approval is often emphasized, the Stoic wisdom of protecting one's deepest plans reminds us that there is a time for silence and patience. It's a practice that ensures our dreams remain steadfast, guided by our own inner compass, and prepared to face the world with the strength they have gained through the sanctuary of discretion. The Stoics offer a timeless lesson in safeguarding our most cherished aspirations until they have matured and grown strong. In doing so, we honor the importance of patience, commitment, and resilience on our journey to the fulfillment of our deepest plans and goals. Conquering fears in silence, the Stoic path to inner courage. In a world that often celebrates bold displays of courage, the Stoics offer a distinct perspective. The notion that true bravery is not about showcasing your fears, but about quietly conquering them, one step at a time. The Stoics believe that courage is an inner strength, a quiet resolve that empowers us to face our fears with grace and determination. Courage, as understood by the Stoics, is not about bravado or showmanship. It is a serene, inner quality that enables us to confront our deepest anxieties and challenges. It is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. It's about acknowledging our fears, yet choosing to move forward in the face of them. The Stoics recognize that our fears and apprehensions are universal and part of the human experience. We all grapple with moments of doubt, uncertainty, and trepidation. However, the Stoic approach encourages us to address our fears with a sense of inner strength and resilience, rather than seeking external validation or reassurance. Quietly conquering our fears involves a process of self-discovery, of understanding the roots and triggers of our apprehensions. By doing so, we empower ourselves to overcome them, step by step, without the need for grand displays or external accolades. It is an acknowledgement that personal growth and courage are often quiet endeavors, marked by the silent triumphs of the human spirit. The Stoic philosophy recognizes that the world is filled with external pressures and the need to conform to societal expectations. However, it calls us to rise above these influences and face our fears with a quiet, unyielding determination. It is a reminder that courage is not a public spectacle, but a deeply personal journey. By conquering our fears in silence, we develop a sense of inner fortitude that allows us to navigate life's challenges with grace and authenticity. It is a path that fosters a profound sense of self-confidence, one that arises not from seeking external validation, but from a quiet, unshakable belief in our own capabilities. In a world that often encourages the vocalization of fears and the showcasing of bravery, the Stoic philosophy offers a timeless lesson in the power of conquering fears with inner strength and determination. By embracing this perspective, we learn that true courage is a serene, quiet resolve that empowers us to face life's uncertainties with grace and resilience. In a world filled with the noise of constant self-promotion and the clamor for external validation, the Stoic wisdom we've explored reminds us of the profound beauty that can be found in the quieter corners of our existence. It offers a sanctuary for the soul, a refuge for introspection, and a pathway to personal growth that often goes uncelebrated in the public eye. The Stoics teach us that true fulfillment, wisdom, and courage are not found in the grand displays, but in the quiet moments of self-discovery, in the nurturing of our inner garden, and in the silent triumphs of our spirit. It is a philosophy that cherishes the strength of solitude, the grace of introspection, and the dignity of silence. As we journey through life, let us carry this Stoic legacy with us, a reminder that in the stillness of our hearts, we discover the most profound wellsprings of wisdom, the purest sources of courage, and the enduring seeds of growth. Let us embrace the sanctuary of discretion, the power of self-awareness, and the unspoken beauty of our personal journeys. In the spirit of the Stoics, may we find the courage to conquer our fears quietly, to protect our deepest aspirations, to refrain from criticizing others, and to hold our resentments in silence. Let us nurture the elegance of unheralded kindness, the wisdom of unspoken struggles, and the treasure of guarding our inner growth. In these quiet acts, we discover the essence of a life well lived. In the subtlety of our choices, we unveil the wisdom of the Stoics, a wisdom that reminds us that true fulfillment lies not in the noise of the world, but in the whispers of our inner selves.